Hello, and welcome back. Madam Thanatos here. I was just realizing I don't speak my name very much on my videos, but I'm fine with going by Wickedly Divine Feminine too. I love when that name came to me. I was like, oh yes, it was in a. I was in a reading with Divine Maverick, who I will definitely recommend forever and ever and ever. And we were talking about the no rest for the wicked thing and being on team no sleep and stuff like that. In any case, I just wanted to do a short video to offer some caution to folks because of some experiences that I've had. And I'm going to share more of them in some different videos. But there are a number of people that you'll run into along your journey in the twin flame journey, which you'll run into people like this outside of the twin flame stuff too. But I was kind of amused because early on, in the year when the illusion of separation started, I was definitely feeling pulled to find some community, and I already had several, but more that I could connect with spiritually and talk about this journey and stuff like that, and get some understanding. And one of the cautions that Spirit spoke very loudly is avoid cults and things like that. And so I'm kind of cautious when it comes to who I listen to and who I join. And it's funny because it wasn't until recently when I thought, you know what, I'd really like to explore a little bit more what others are doing in terms of offering like group space and forums and programs and things like that for twin flames, and just see what's out there. And the funny thing is that I had not yet run into anyone or anything that was very clearly like cultish, and you don't always notice it at first, but I hadn't yet. Now, I'm kind of amused because recently there's been more and more readers and coaches talking about be careful, because there are some karmics out there who will do readings and do coaching and that are their their intent is to either throw people off or to create their own specific vision of what ascension and healing should look like, and it's still based from a big place of ego. I don't think most of them have the intention of like derailing twin flames. It's just following pain cycles and stuff. I genuinely believe most people do what they feel is the right thing to do and come from a place of love as much as they're able to, from depending on how healed they are. But what I wanted to say though is that I ran across some people that are very much, I've found the one way to heal, or I've created the only way to heal, or this program that people have created is the only way to heal your union. And I want to caution that if you come across anybody who's like that, be very careful. It's much like what happens in a lot of religious paths where people will say, "My way is the only way. It is the one way, and if you don't believe it, you're going to be damned for life, or you're not going to be healed," or things like that. And that is definitely karmic energy. You can see it right off the bat, and it's also, the irony is like most of the I believe that there's healing in all paths, even the paths that I don't agree with, even some of these ones that I'm talking about. It's not for me, and I know there are many of you that it's not going to be for you, but that doesn't mean it isn't real and valid. What I will say is just be cautious and learn to trust your intuition and what feels right to you. If you feel called to do something, then do it. But if you're running into people that are saying, well, this is the only right way, and they're pressuring you to go that direction, or they won't allow you to be included in various interactions or groups unless you buy their program or you submit to saying this is the one and only best way, that's probably not a direction that's going to be very helpful to you. And most of the programs and various other just readers who talk about it, and coaches who talk about the journey, that I found more people have found joy and satisfaction and healthy healing union and stuff. Most of them recognize that there are many paths to healing, and that there's a lot of it's about choice and fun and things like that. But none of them are sitting there saying my one way is the only way. And if you run into people who are doing that, be extra cautious, especially because if they went through said program, that can be an example of what that program teaches and gets people into believing. And two, anybody who's overly focused on like this way will heal your union and it's the only way and you have to do it in order to get what you want, most of those people are over focused on what I call like destination disease, where they're so focused on union being the only way that they can be happy, or the only, like, that's the end result for them. They don't, there's no missions, there's no overall healing. It's not really like, even if their program teaches self-love and self-worth and things like that, it's only based on the idea of union itself, and that can actually delay a lot of things, at least in my experience. If you had a different experience, that's totally valid too. I just thought to offer this for those of you because I know that it's nice sometimes when you have somebody that's, enjoying poking around and can say, hey, I learned this and I experienced that. And then you can use that to line up with your own experience and say, yeah, that resonates with me, or no, that doesn't feel right at all. Anyways, good luck to all of you. Be careful out there and follow your intuition and your heart, and don't worry about what anybody thinks about it otherwise. All right, I'll see you in the next video.